What's going on, guys? It's Asal, and today we're doing a weapon review featuring the AR160 assault rifle, a medium to long range assault rifle available to the assault class. It is likely that you already have this weapon in your arsenal if you own premium or the Naval Strike DLC. To complete the assignment, being spare time sniper, all you need is 3 assault rifle ribbons and 20 headshots with assault rifles. Again, you probably already have this assignment completed, as it is very simple and probably will just happen on its own. Now, I have really enjoyed my time with the AR160. Now, it's worth to note that I have just recently drastically reduced, or rather, yes, reduced my sensitivity to 7 inches for a 360, just measured that with a ruler. So it could be that I was enjoying my reduced sensitivity more than I was enjoying the gun, but nonetheless, I was finding that the AR160 was a very effective weapon for me to use on the battlefield. Now let's take a look at the stats of this weapon. Our rate of fire comes in at 700 rounds per minute, which is low enough that we still have decent control over long range kills, but at the same time, it's not so low that we feel like we are very useless in close quarters combat. Like in the 600 range, I find around there, close quarters starts to become something that you really want to avoid with weapons with that low rate of fire. I was finding that even on Operation Locker, a very close quarters map, I was having a good time with this weapon at 700 rounds per minute. Now, the bullet velocity for this weapon comes in at 650 meters per second. Now, this is the second highest bullet velocity of all the assault rifles, rivaled only by the AUG-A3, which comes in at 670 meters per second. So this is very high, making it exceptional for long range engagements because we won't need to lead our shots quite as much compared to some of the low firing weapons. Like most weapons with a lower rate of fire, we have low recoil on the AR160, making it very stable, and again, very nice for long range engagements. And I didn't find you had to tap fire too much with this weapon, unless of course you were going for very long range kills. But for the mid range, you could almost just hold down the trigger, or I guess the mouse in my case, and it was very easy to score those kills and still maintain control over your weapon because the recoil was very manageable. The magazine comes in at 31 rounds, very standard for your assault rifle, and our reload is 2 seconds for the short reload and 3 seconds for the long reload. It's a bit of a big difference as far as the reload time goes, but if you manage to get that reload in before the last bullet is fired, it's still very quick and is very competitive among the other assault rifles. Now, going back to the notion of mouse sensitivity, for ranged kills, this is the reason people reduce their mouse sensitivity. This is why I reduced it. Well, actually, that's not true. I reduced it because I was playing CSGO, but it really does make a big difference over long range because when you're moving your mouse, even just the smallest movement from range is amplified because of the distance. So you really want to be as accurate as you possibly can. So I was finding the lower sensitivity was making kills over distance very easy for me than I remembered, and that was one of the reasons I was really enjoying the AR160 and really allowed me to take advantage of the ranged capabilities of this weapon. As far as our attachments go on the AR160, I was just using a 1X laser sight and no barrel attachment. I also tried a higher optic sight like the ACOG sight, but I found that was very overkill and definitely wasn't necessary, and if anything, it was just holding me back from getting kills when the enemies were up a little bit closer. Now, I had the angled grip on to take advantage of that tap fire over the longer ranges, but for the amount that I actually had to tap fire, I feel like this attachment definitely could have been switched out for something like the ergo grip instead. And then I also just used the laser sight just because most of the other accessories are a little bit lame. I didn't find myself hip firing too much, if at all, but again, I just threw that on there just because. Summing things up, the AR160 is a very good mid to long range assault rifle. I think it might actually be one of the best long range assault rifles, as the AUG-A3, a very popular version that people like to use for longer range kills with the assault rifle class, is actually outclassed by the AR160, I believe. The AR160 has a faster reload time, a smaller first shot recoil, and most importantly, a higher degree of accuracy, which is crucial when you're going for kills over the longer range. Now, that's it for today's weapon review, but if you have a suggestion for a future weapon that you would like reviewed on this channel, preferably one that I haven't done yet, you can leave a comment down below in the comment section, and of course, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. Everyone, this has been Asal, and I will see you guys next time.